Thank you for coming back. And in today's video, I'd like to talk to you about the Maono USB microphone. And for some of those of you who want to see all the nice little specs, there you go. You can go ahead and pause the video right about now and take a good read on it, all right? Now this microphone is really budget friendly. At the time of me filming this video, it's $27.99 or 28 bucks on Amazon. So it's a really good deal, especially everything that you get in it. One of the first things you get is a foam windscreen. Some people call it a wind muff. It's really a windscreen. It's really there. It'll help cut down a little bit of the plosives, you know, like the P's and the K's and the T's and S's. It'll help cut down, but not a whole lot. But it's still good to have, and it'll keep your spit off the microphone too. Get a nice little desk mount tripod. You get the tripod or the microphone mount, and you get a USB-A to, I believe that's a USB B size cable, and the cable is 1.5 meters, and if my math is right, that's about 4 feet 9 inches in length. Now the holder is pretty nice because it gives you an adapter, which is right there. And if you notice, it's a kind of a small hole. Well, that's for those adjustable boom arms. Some of them have a little bit smaller screw to put in, so they give you that. Or once you take it out, you can mount it on a regular microphone stand if you like. Also, this is where the microphone's going to go, and once you get it in there, this part actually swivels freely, so you can kind of maneuver it back and forth a little bit to get it right where you want it. And if you untwist this knob here, you can adjust it up and down once it's mounted on a stand. Of course, you do get the microphone itself right here. Now, this is the gain knob. Also, if you want to call it the volume knob, that's fine too. And pretty much that's it. This is where you're gonna, right in this piece here, there's threads. Basically, you're just going to take it, stick it in here, twist it on, and then you can attach this to either the tabletop tripod that they give you, or you can get your own microphone stand. Now this is, the whole shell here is made out of plastic. Doesn't feel like that cheap brittle plastic. It feels really good. I mean, there's no creaks or anything in it, but for $28, it's not bad. But this part here, the metal screen, this is actually a metal screen, and it feels, for being plastic, it does feel really well built. And basically, I do like the way this thing sounds too. It is a cardioid pattern microphone. Now, where it says Maono and this here, the gain knob, this is the front of the microphone. This is where you want to talk at. What a cardioid microphone does is it kind of rejects everything in the back and a little bit of rejection on the sides. It mainly wants to pick up right here. And that's great because if you're doing podcasts or YouTube, doing some content creating, or even doing Zoom calls for school or for work, it's mainly picking up here. So any ambient noise behind it, it's rejecting it. It probably will not be picked up, and if it does, it's going to be extremely quiet. But that's where the gain knob comes in. You can kind of turn that down a little bit, basically turning the sensitivity down, so it may not pick it up, all that background noise. There is no headphone jack, so yes, it's going to take a little bit of time for you to plug your headphones into your computer or wherever to get that level adjusted right. It's USB 2.0, and it has a 192 kilohertz at 24-bit sample rate. And it, like I said, it's not compatible with the Xbox, but for everything I read, it is compatible with PS4. I can't verify that. I do not own any gaming consoles. I'm a PC gamer. Now I'm going to give you a live test of this. Well, maybe not live, but I'm going to give you an audio test. It's coming up. And you must forgive me, I had to use a different camera for the test because I'm testing another product, and the only camera I had that has a nice HDMI output, let's just say, it's an old camera. This one right here, as a matter of fact. It's my Sony A5000. And so I think I may have screwed up a little bit in the settings. I didn't get them just about right, so it might be a little dark, might be a little grainy. But let's put it this way, I wasn't recording everything to test onto an SD card. I was recording it right directly to my laptop, and yes, I'm trying to learn OBS, so the settings may not be perfect, okay? May not be as nice and crisp and clean as this video right here. Like I said, I'm testing another product, so I used the opportunity to test the Maono microphone with the product to go along with this camera. Some of you are probably already going to be able to guess what it is, and I'm still going to use the same setup for that test video, the other product, which I'm not going to say. I'm still going to use this camera. So please bear with me as I learn how to use OBS and everything else, and so the picture may not be as perfect as this one. All right, enough of me yakking, okay? I know you're tired of hearing me talk and you're dying to hear what this microphone sounds like. Would I recommend it? Yeah. But first, let me give you the test video, and we'll take it from there. So this is what the Maono USB microphone sounds like. Currently, I'm about 3, maybe 4 inches away from the microphone, and the gain is turned all the way down. Now I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to turn the gain up to 50%, and is now at 50% currently right now. And this is what the microphone sounds like with me being about 3 to 4 inches away from it. Now the gain is turned up all the way. I'm the same distance away from the microphone, and this is what it sounds like. Let me turn it back down to 50%. Now what I'm going to do is move the microphone farther away from me. Now, as you can see, it's about arm's length away from me, probably about 2.5 feet, closer to 3 feet away from me. The gain is set at 50%, and this is what the microphone sounds like. Now what I'm going to do now is turn the gain all the way down and then talk. This is what the microphone sounds like at a good 2.5, 3 feet away from me, with the gain turned all the way down. Now, as you can see, it's the same distance away, but I turned the gain all the way up, and you can see a good fair distance away from me, and this is what the microphone sounds like. I'm going to bring it closer now, but first let me turn it down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the gain up all the way, remain quiet for a few good seconds to see if there's any hissing, if it picks up any of the ambient noise or anything of that nature. Okay, now I'm going to turn it down to 50%, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to remain quiet. All right, one more test. I'm going to turn the gain all the way down and remain quiet and see what happens. Okay, let me turn it back up a little bit. Now, I did mention that this is a cardioid patterned microphone. What that means is it rejects a lot of the noise from the back and the sides, but mainly picks up from the front. So what I'm going to do, excuse me, is I'm going to twist the microphone or turn the microphone from side to side while talking so you can hear the difference. And the reason why you would like to have a cardioid microphone is because it does pick up mainly from the front and not the back or the sides. Now, why is that kind of important? Well, if you're doing podcasts, and especially if you happen to be having maybe someone else there with you or multiple people there with you, this microphone won't pick them up. You'll have to use a separate microphone to pick them people up as well. So it's basically good for that because it isolates the sound of your voice better than having an omnidirectional microphone. Okay, I hope that gave you a good idea on how the cardioid pattern works. And I hope this was a very good test for you to see how good or how bad the Maono USB microphone sounds, performs, whatever. Alrighty. Okay, now that you heard this in action with a couple different testing scenarios, if you will, would I recommend you get this Maono USB microphone? Oh yeah, definitely. For 28 bucks, this thing, to me, anyway, in my ears, and the way I like things to sound, this sounds really well, especially if you're a beginner. If you really have never gotten into USB microphones and setups and everything like that, don't go out and spend all this money on like a Blue Yeti and this, that, and the other, and find out that either you don't like it, you don't know how to use it, it might not work with you. This is a great starting USB microphone for 28 bucks. To me, it sounds really nice and warm. A little warmer than natural, if you will. But it has a really good sound to it. Yes, the housing is plastic. The mounting gear and the tripod, the desktop tripod, may not be the best. But like I said, if you end up getting this and you like it and you're getting into it, you can get a different desktop microphone stand, a real one. You can use a boom arm with this too. Those are fairly cheap as well. Yeah, I would highly recommend you get the Maono USB microphone. That's it. Gives my thumbs up. And if you like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget about the notification bell. I would really be eternally grateful, and it would really mean a lot to me if you were to share this video and some of my others on all of your social media sites. Really would help. Trust me, it would. And until the next video, you, your family, and all of your friends, have a great day.